Hey, witches!
Hi, hello, and welcome back to another folklore where it's me talking today. We are going to learn about the divine foundations in Egypt mythology. So we're going to be talking about Thoth. It could be Thoth or Thoth.
Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit.
And then we're also going to talk about Ma'at and the cosmic blueprint. So, before gods weighed hearts against feathers, and bitch, this is my segment. Get out of here, Chaos.
Chaos said he is here. He is here to help.
And he's proud.
Here he is. And so you're talking about the Egyptians? They think I'm a god.
They worship me like this house worships me. Anyways, before gods weighed hearts against feathers and before scribes etched sacred truths into their stone, there was an idea that was actually older than time itself. Itself. This idea was thanks. It's on the way home, I was actually, or on the way to work today, I was actually trying to make something, and the two words were just not coming out. I knew I was saying them wrong. And I tried even harder to pronounce it correctly, and it still came out wrong. And I was like,
motherfucker.
I was like, you know what? Turn the fucking car around, Will. I want to go home. Anyways, an idea older than time itself called.
It's gonna be okay. Breathe in, breathe out.
And somebody she could trust with that. Anyway, an idea that was called Ma'at. Ma'at wasn't merely a goddess crowned with an ostrich feather. She was actually cosmic architecture. It was a concept and a principle, this sacred scaffolding upon which all of existence stood. She had embodied truth, justice, balance, and universal order. Without Ma'at, the universe collapsed into Isfet, a state of chaos, deception, and fragmentation. So we're kind of thinking like kaleidoscopy, crystal-like idea here. But Ma'at wasn't just mythology. She was Egypt's operating system. She was behind it all. There was symmetry in temples, seasonal cycles, which were tied to the Nile's flooding, which is a very, very common thing in every place but modern Christianity. Ancient Christianity did the same damn thing. I just don't want to fucking tell you about it. There was fairness in the speech, trade, and governance areas. Every lie or act of injustice had nudged reality closer and closer to disorder. To live Ma'at wasn't simply virtuous, it was essential for their survival. And while Ma'at governed order, one god recorded and safeguarded it, or Thoth. So Thoth, or Egyptian Jehuti, was the deity of writing, reasoning, time, and mediation. Often depicted with the head of an ibis or baboon, Thoth embodied intellectual clarity, lunar rhythm, and sacred precision. He invented writing known as Medu Netjer, or divine speech. Netjer, or divine speech. He preserved cosmic events in legal precedents. Why does it sound like presidents? Precedents.
It does. It just does.
He codified rituals and measured time itself. He was Egypt's divine architect of meaning. In later syncretism, Thoth had merged with Hermes to become Hermes Trismegistus, or thrice great. This fusion had birthed Hermeticism, which is a school of esoteric thought influencing the Renaissance alchemy, Western mysticism. Oh, it's us, and modern and modern spiritual frameworks. Will just told me that when I took Scar out, he had gotten home and he was like, okay, I guess we're gonna go on a walk. And not that I don't mind walks, but like at the end of the fucking day, I'm so fucking tired. I don't want to put my shoes back on. I want to take my bra off and leave it off and be done. And also, I don't care that we're in God's country, because right now we're living in Satan's ass crack. It is fucking hot.
Yes.
And Will texted me and goes, babes, you're gonna have to suck it up and come on walks with us, because Scar is literally not wanting to do anything at all unless you're with me. And when I was walking back inside, I had walked down a little bit so she could poop a bit, and I turned around and Will's trying to walk the opposite way of me, and I just see Scar and her ears like flopped up, like, where the fuck are you going?
Where's Mom?
Yeah, and then she would walk forward just a bit and then turn around and be like, oh, she's not coming with.
Oh,
so I guess he's having a hell of a time walking her right now. But anyways,
Odin does not have that problem. He is attached to me, but he doesn't give a fuck if he gets to go for a walk.
He's like, walk?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's with people in a white van. Let's go.
Yeah, for real. For real, though. Like, it's a problem.
Anyway, so he had influenced Western mysticism, modern spiritual frameworks as well. Thoth's role extended to divine arbitration. He didn't rule, he recorded and mediated. So most famously, he settled disputes between Horus and Set, who Set is the god of chaos, for those who don't remember. And he ensured the equilibrium through logic and not dominance. Visually, we're back to Ma'at now. Visually, Ma'at stood serene beside pharaohs and deities, her feather a symbol of clarity and impartiality. Pharaohs were titled the guardians of Ma'at, responsible for upholding her cosmic and ethical standards. Her name had echoed in royal inscriptions and legal vows. Now, if you remember from previous episodes about this, the Egyptians often believed that they were the divine messengers from the gods. So to follow the pharaoh was to follow the gods. That was the kind of idea in their society. So that's why they were usually titled like various, like, for instance, guardians of Ma'at. Like they had specific titles because they believed they were like the messengers, like the Messiah, essentially. So Ma'at wasn't confined to palaces or priesthoods, as maybe other deities were. She was in the markets for, the fair pricing and honesty. She was in agriculture, so she was planning aligned with sacred calendars. And she was also in family life, so that mutual respect and truthful speech with everyone. Judges swore to speak Ma'at into Ma'at, turning cosmic principle into civic responsibility. Gossip, exaggeration, and slander were seen as threats to the universal balance. Children had also learned Ma'at through proverbs like those in the instructions of Tahoptit. Listen, PT always throws me.
That crossed her face when she looked at the word that she had to say was
I put pronunciations in here too, but it's still, it's like, like the word pterodactyl when you're trying, like,
yeah.
Listen, I'm an English speaker, and let me tell you, that word terrifies me. I cannot imagine the guttural, like, stab it in the I'm dying feeling that a non-English speaker feels when they see that fucking word and is told, pronounce that. Bitch, I'm right up there with you. It's a PT, but this is Egyptian. Is it Ptah? Or is it Ta? Like, is the P silent? I don't fucking know. Anyways,
Yeah, I feel like
Tahoptet.
in Egyptian it's usually not
Yeah.
silent, but
I mean, it's there, so it's probably Ptah Hotep. Tahoptet. See, I want to see a P in there. Anyways, so the instructions of Tahoptet, which emphasized humility, wisdom in speech, and moral behavior. So like the death, judgment, and the weighing of the heart. In death, one would enter Duat, the Egyptian underworld. Here, the soul was faced with a ritual or the weighing of their heart. This is kind of like Christianity being told you're allowed to go to heaven or you're not. Like, this is the Egyptian equivalent. So Anubis, the jackal-headed guide, would place their heart on one side of a scale. On the other was Ma'at's feather. Thoth would record the verdict, and a balanced scale meant that entry into Aru, or the fields of reeds, or their like afterlife, which was a paradise of abundance. If the heart was heavier, Amit devoured the soul, ending its journey. It wasn't just judgment, it was a serious ethical audit of the person and their mortal life. There are actually a lot of cultures that echo this theme. So Zoroastrianism. I don't know. The Chinvat Bridge. Oh, great. Christianity with the Last Judgment. Tibetan Buddhism with Bardo. Each reflects the sacred truth that the character determines cosmic belonging, which makes me think some of you people out there need to really reconsider your fucking life. Whether you believe in something or not. There's 4 religions in this that are all saying the same damn thing. I don't care which one you follow. You better weigh your goddamn heart. Anyways, so here's some modern parallels and like how those live with Ma'at today. Ma'at's legacy didn't just end with the temples back in ancient Egypt. Obviously, it is still in modern times. She still survives in social justice. The restorative practices that prioritize healing over punishment. Ugh, love it. Community-centered models echoing Ma'at's reconciliation values. So, like those group homes or those places that people can go to after either incarceration or like juvenile detention centers, especially for those kids who don't really have a place to go to afterwards. It's like transitional housing sort of locations. It's something of a group effect that help you, sustain that good practice, I guess. She's also seen in environmental sustainability, so maintaining ecological balance, honors the belief of her harmony, indigenous wisdom, and regenerative agriculture channel her ethics. I feel like Ma'at is very similar to like Hawaiian folklore, where it's like you think what they have, you give it back. You think what they have and you give it back. It's like the balance of everything. Your mental health. Oh, damn, he came up and smacked you in the face with that
Yeah,
head.
he did.
I know that noggin is thick.
It's about dinner time.
Oh, that's why. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, little buddy. We almost done. We finishing up. Where is it? Oh, here it is. And Ma'at's legacy survives in mental health. Therapies seek internal equilibrium, like Ma'at's ritual balancing. So if there is turmoil within you, you are not living with Ma'at. I am not going to say that is going to be like my ADHD slogan from now on. And I don't mean to say it as a joke, but it's going to come out as a joke and it's going to happen. I'm not saying I'm going to do it on the podcast, but I'm warning, full warning, Brandy, it will come to her one of these days.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
And then, also, oh God, excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me and all the little head kisses you're having to endure too, because someone is being needy.
You don't need to apologize to that. We worship that. Mindfulness and that intention setting evoke her spirit of clarity. So when you practice good mental health and meditation and do all of that and try to get that mental clarity going, you're living with Ma'at. So like your choices often reflected the communal well-being, not just like your personal desire. So like you want the good of the world, not the good for my house kind of thing. But if you're more on the personal side, she also lives with the personal ethics, honesty in relationships, integrity in your speech, balanced routines and emotional regulation, self-reflection as a form of the spiritual calibration. So if you're more in the personal, I need to work within myself, that's what you can focus on to live with Ma'at. It's also seen in governance and leadership. Not in America. We don't count America at this point, but in some governments and leadership, this is seen. Transparent policies, equity-driven decisions for the greater good, civic duty as a sacred responsibility and just that one-on-one, like, believing for the best of everybody involved, typical. Not America. So, like, if you
not here,
I don't know who that is. Somebody, not us. Education and knowledge, fair access to learning, mirrors Ma'at's commitment to informed justice, also not America. Preserving that truth and that research and that history also not only helps, with that informed justice of Ma'at, that actually also reflects in Thoth's legacy as a scribe. Because Thoth is not necessarily one of the most sought after Egyptian deities when you talk about Egyptian folklore, but it is definitely like a very, very important thing. And I love that he's got like the head of an ibis or an ibis, however it's pronounced, because then it's like Ravenclaw. He is a scribe. It also is in professional conduct, so ethical sourcing and fair labor practices. Constructive conflict resolution and collaboration. You know what? I'm about to get a whiteboard for work, and I had a meeting about like I wanted to be more transparent with each other, and like if somebody doesn't like a decision that one other person makes, then like we need to talk about it, and collaborate as a team. So I got a whiteboard so that we can like keep track of things, and I'm literally going to put at the top living with Ma'at.
Love it.
Why is my dog barking?
I was gonna say, is that Scarlet? Oh, woo!
Woo! I wonder if he took out trash and he like left. I don't know. Ma'at also lives in spiritual practice. So the daily rituals of gratitude and reverence. Again, that could be like your own version of a prayer. It could be a specific prayer found in various religions. It could just be rolling out of bed, taking a couple of deep breaths and saying, I can do this, and then going on your way. Because that's not necessarily gratitude for the day, but that is like trying to balance that harmony need that you have. It also lives in philosophies like Ubuntu, Stoicism. What? How do you say that?
Stoicism?
Stoicism. I just gotta think of it as an S and not a C because I want to say stoicism. and the middle way. Didn't divulge into what any of those is, so please don't ask. And if you do ask, please allow 7 to 10 business days to respond. It mirror her values of interdependence and ethical clarity. Ma'at and Thoth are formed the spine of civilization. One was the breath and the other was the ink. Together, they essentially authored, I wouldn't say the possibility of like a just world, but they definitely authored the a cosmic intervention way of a just world. Their legacy isn't just remembered, it's to be lived. It's not something about like, oh, this is this grand story of traveling to the underworld to get back your loved one and going through trials and tribulations to come out successful or whatever. It's not something like that. It's ongoing, it's current, it's you living day in and day out to better yourself, those around you, and the equilibrium of the world. So balance, once awakened, moves through the marketplaces, the courtrooms, families, quiet moments of your self-reflection, and the day in and day outs of every single person's life. So what? My brain just stopped. So this essentially like explores the cosmic principle like and reimagined into more like
I'm not laughing at
more.
you, I'm laughing at this.
I know, and you're distracting me. But it's like reimagined for the modern world, and I don't want to say modern world. I would say like the physical world, because you know there's always those people out there. They're like, I don't know what's going on in the world. I believe in something. I don't know what. I'm agnostic, or I'm atheist. I don't believe in one thing, or I'm pagan. I believe in multiple, or I'm Christian. I believe in one, or whatever. Whatever religion you follow, this is not even.
Oh,
Did he bite you?
what the?
He's like, Mom, you ain't getting
Yeah,
me chicken, so I'm gonna get my own.
he just bit the shit out of my arm. Like this is
it's ginger kitty behavior. But so we essentially reimagine a just world, and we take this ancient idea and we live in it daily. And I think it's kind of cool because you don't have to believe in anything. That is like it's like the golden rule sort of thing. You don't have to
that's
believe
what I
in
was just
something to live
thinking.
by it. So it's honestly interesting to see how this one little like, I don't want to say little because like they're very important, but this small idea from Egyptian mythology has created such a legacy and invitation for like inclusivity and like harmony and balance in life, and the fact that
Yeah.
it still goes on. Some people will who live in that idea will actually it's kind of like in Catholicism, like it's like in the spirit be with you or whatever they say now.
Mm.
That like the people who live like this and follow this teaching will say, let the feather guide us. So yeah, that is all about. I said more about Ma'at than like Tot, but
That's kind of how it goes sometimes, though. Like
yeah, like sometimes you
they're
get a
so
little bit
twined
of it, and
together.
yeah, and it's not like I couldn't find more. I probably could have, but like he essentially just was the father of scribes and like the father of like writing things down and you know all of these things. um is there like an equivalent in other, probably Hermes, because of the he's like the messenger of the god, so he would have to write shit down probably, but
Yeah.
was there like, is there like a Christian
Maybe like the
equivalent?
prophets.
maybe.
Maybe.
The disciples, maybe.
Yeah.
They like recorded parts
They wrote
of the Bible, right?
books of the Bible, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So yeah. That is Thoth and Ma'at.
I love it.
So yay. So until next time.
Bye.
Maybe I'll be able to talk next time.